All right then. There we go. Eternal Empire. It's going to be for game 3 between Tahn and Scallywag, and it's Tahn that's taken the first couple of games, and honestly, in reasonably similar fashion both times, he's just kind of out macroed his opponent and got a massive sort of army supply built up and been able to just march across the map and win. So I feel like Scallywag needs to do something different. This is a good macro map. This is a map where it is straightforward to get your bases up. So yeah, it's a hard map for a low ground wall off because you've got this whole kind of cross bit to worry about. So I still I don't mind the high ground wall off here. It's probably preferable. But nevertheless, I would really like to see a very fast expo here from Scallywag. So he's going to come across the map and check the hatch timing. And he's, you're happy enough with this. You see that the hatch is halfway done. You know that this hasn't been some horrifically early pull. You see the single gas mine in, and you think to yourself, this looks very, very normal indeed. The worker's going to come across here, and a proxy Stargate wouldn't be a terrible thing. Needs to tuck it well and truly out of the way. Alternatively, have it over here. Proxy Stargate, pylon here, Stargate, shield battery, and void ray is a very powerful build in this location. But it doesn't look like that's what we're going to see. So handful of lings coming out here. 6 lings on the map for Tahn. And a couple more actually coming to follow this up. He's going to try and deny this. Scallywag needs to be a little bit careful. Obviously, you send the zealots down to chase these away, but you've just got to be careful you don't leave the front door open. But he had left a worker at the top there, so looks like he's playing quite well. The Twilight Console's finished up, and it's going to be a Dark Shrine, but I don't see any robo. So Tahn hasn't managed to get any information from inside Scallywag's base yet at all. This is a very exposed nexus, so I'd love to see these pylons in this type of location to just narrow this choke down a little bit, with the shield battery behind them, maybe another gateway to line that up. I'm guessing Scallywag here wants to kind of get these DTs out on the map. This Overlord's going to come in and sees the Dark Shrine, and that, only just sees it. But to be fair, it was going to track across, so he knows for sure that this Dark Shrine is on the map. There is a pylon over here, but Scallywag is, I don't know why, is delaying going in. And he can't, because these DTs can actually do really well. There's no detection here for Tahn. There's no lair. There is. But the Overlords are going to take a while, and so he's going to, at the very least, lose some mining time. I'd have much preferred to see the DTs split up, so, one in each mineral line would have been the way to go. Now, with that said, 14 workers have been killed, and so Scallywag finds himself with a healthy worker advantage. How is he going to capitalize on this? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know about pumping these zealots in here. If charge is done, I'd like to see another DT and maybe turn that into an Archon, and then maybe you can push in with those zealots and the Archon, because zealots tread pretty well against lings, and because the Archons do splash damage against them, the combination of Zealot Archon is really strong against lings. But there are a huge number of lings here. So an overwhelming number of lings, but yeah, a lot of them were killed. That looked like Tahn just cleaned that up for free, but he absolutely didn't trust me. There was a lot of lings killed then. Zealots do generally tread well, but look, where are the shield batteries? Please let there be shield batteries, and please let there be Archons, because splash damage, that of all the things, lings just, oh my goodness, that's GG. A shield battery just makes a huge difference, and an Archon makes a huge difference. These zealots aren't actually fighting, they're dithering. So you need to put them on hold position. Oh, don't let the Lings in. Archons just make a huge difference. They soak up Banelings so very well. And in addition to that, they do splash damage. So, I don't know. That is miserable. You know, Templars at this stage don't help at all. Templars are great if you've got Storm, but a brand new Templar doesn't have enough energy for Storm. So the only thing to do with those Templars is turn them into Archons immediately. Yeah, I don't know. Scallywag might be feeling a little bit like, you know, he tried a thing, it didn't go that well. But, you know, if we rewind, I said it didn't go that well. It did go pretty well. The first DTs that go in here, if he splits these up, I mean, they get through this worker line disturbingly quickly. But look, you know, those two were faffing about. It was this one that did the work, really. It kills. If there was one in each worker line, well, my goodness, then Tahn has very few workers left instead of 36. And yeah, he's got a lot of Lings. But, you know, another DT in here and an Archon, and ideally 3 more DTs so that you can make 2 Archons. And suddenly these Lings just become a bit worthless. You've got charge with Archons producing splash damage. And bear in mind, Archons have 350 shield. So they can take a Benling to the face. You know, you can kill Archons with Benlings, but my goodness, is that ever inefficient. You know, this engagement right here, you know, we're currently 40 units killed before this engagement, and by the end of it, 70 units killed. So you can see how well those Zealots trade against the Lings. If they just got that splash damage to help them, and the Archons to tank against the Banelings, this becomes a very one-sided fight. But as it was, the sheer Ling numbers did it, and it is Tahn that does the clean sweep to become our second finalist. GG.